17th. So this is going to be Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Whew! We're starting with Virgo. I love my Virgos. Hi, Virgo. What do we have? Oh, there you go. Victory. That's a nice card. You could, this looks like a performance to me, like a theater, a concert. So it also not only could be a win for you, a victory. You win a job, you win a contest, you win accolades, something goes viral, whatever. You could be going out, or if you're a performer, you could win a role, or you could be touring again, if that makes sense for you. But it could also mean you're going out to movies or concerts or plays or performances or anything like that as well. But it's getting accolades. I always like to say when the Six of Wands comes out, Virgo, to make sure you count your own wins, because there are so many things that we struggle with that other people just have no idea because they're dealing with their own struggles. And if we don't acknowledge them ourselves, no one will. And there are a lot of things that we're doing all day long that we should be proud of and give ourselves credit for and build ourselves up about. And we're the only ones that can do it, because only us know, oh, I didn't let that coworker's behavior, upset me. It's kind of derail my day. Or, you know what I mean? Or I did a lot of self-care, or I exercised today, or whatever. The Fool. This is really going for it. Putting yourself out there. So go for that job, that role, that dream. Put yourself out there. The Fool's not weighed down by baggage. And for me, that's, yes, they have a lighter load. They don't... It's not just material things, but it's also they're not going to allow maybe something that didn't work out the way they wanted to in the past. They're not going to allow that to stop them from trying in the future. They're not burdened down by negative thoughts or self-doubt or ego things that kind of freezes us. It sounded in my ear, like I said, freezes us in place where we feel too worried, too scared, too nervous to put ourselves out there. And the Fool's like, if you don't try, you're never going to know. So are you going to live your life or not? But it's interesting. So this fiery energy with the Six of Wands and the Fool is then grounded, because we're still in, for a little bit, for a few days, in Taurus. This Ace of Pentacles, planting seeds. So this is actions you take this week will have long-reaching potential, but it's not necessarily going to be instant gratification. But it's something that intentions that you're planting could literally be planting your garden. Things that will come to fruition later on. But it's like you have to start somewhere. Wow, these are fantastic cards, Virgo. So let's move on to Libra. Hey, Libra. Okay, what time is it? 4:25. Libra. Let's see what we got going on for Libra for the week of May 17th. I feel rushed and hurried, so I'm gonna, Things are kind of, you may be really busy, feel really busy this week, or feel a little, it's kind of almost nervous excitement, stress, though, on the Tower. Okay, well, that could do it. The Chariot. 6 o'clock, wow. Okay, so the there's going to be a shakeup. So, I mean, the tower can happen if someone all of a sudden, like there's an abrupt change in your work situation, like someone gets fired, maybe a boss, or you hear restructuring, or I don't know. Sometimes there's just sort of a blow up that catches your attention. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's not necessarily affecting you directly, but it's something that gets your attention. But there's something about this situation, whether it's happening to you directly or peripherally, that lights a fire under your ass, basically, and get you going, get you moving. So the Chariot can be something as simple as getting a new car or something to do with your car. Maybe you need to get your oil changed. But there's really a bigger spiritual message to the Chariot. And that's figuring out what you want, making a plan, and setting a course. So you have to know where you're going to put the directions into your GPS, and then it gives you the map of how to get there. So lots of times in life we react to things like, there's toxic people in my office, I need to get out, or my boss sucks, I need to get out of here. And you just take the next job that you're qualified for that's available. And it wasn't that you wanted that job. It wasn't your plan to move into that specific position. It was just a reaction to what was going on at the moment. And the Chariot is the opposite of that. The Chariot is, what do I want, and what do I need to get there, and making that plan. So it's very intentional and very action oriented. But it's almost like someone's I have to be careful with what's going on in the world because I don't want to make light of anything. So what's a different way to say that? Let's get a different phrase that doesn't involve war. It's like someone's dropping some information, and it's sort of, I don't know, it causes a stir, maybe a little bit of an uproar, or maybe a little bit of it causes some commotion. People take notice. It could be a little shocking. We have the lightning, right? For people somehow. But it's like you had already made plans. Like you already had your plan in mind. This wasn't your destination. This was just a stop on the way, and you're already moving forward. So I feel like you somehow intuitively had prepared for this situation. And then the Six of Cups is the simple things in life. It could be vacation. It could be something from your childhood. It can be nostalgia. But it's really, for me, the Six of Cups is that the innocence and the enjoying the simple things, the small things, in the sense that the little moments you spend with people, that's what's so valuable. It's not how big your house is. It's not anything material. It's the quality of the time you spend with people. And yeah, just enjoying those types of stopping and smelling the roses and things like that. This could have something about your childhood, a homecoming, someone from your childhood, and things like that. So there's a very simple sweetness. I mean, maybe you're like, I don't want the busy, crazy corporate life. I want more simple, and I want to spend time with my family, and I want to spend time with my kids, and I want to be able to have some breathing space, potentially, something like that. Just hang out with my dog and my horses. That sounds good to me. All right, moving on to Scorpio. and my squirrels, whatever that is. Oh, Scorpio. Okay, that's jumped out. That jumped out. 10-20. Okay, Scorpio, you already have the couple cards jump out here. Let's get one last card, and we'll see what's going on for Scorpio. There we go. Your cards took no time to. Wow. So Chariot, Libra just had this. So that could be connected to you. Really getting a higher perspective. Ace of Swords. This is the first time these two cards has come out, but so you could have a connection to Libra. Chariot is, and these have similar, these go well together because the Three of Wands is getting a higher perspective. You think about if you are in a park or something and you send a drone up. First, you're just going to see, the immediate area you can see, and then you're going to be able to see a little bit higher. And once you get up above any trees, and you just, it just expands and expands and expands, and it totally changes your perspective. Maybe you realize, whoa, there's a lake right there. I didn't know there was a lake so close, or whatever. You just can see things that you couldn't see when you were just sitting on your picnic blanket in the park. And when we do this for our lives, we say, okay, sometimes we get stuck where we are and we think this is the way it always has been, the way it's always been, and we lose that perspective that no, just 5 years ago or so we were doing something totally different. It just we've lost the perspective. And so the Three of Wands and then this Ace of Swords is it cuts away all the what we should do and what we emotionally feel like we should stay tied to or do. It cuts all that away and gets to the most important thing. Sorry. What is most important? What is your very core truth or priority? And what do you find of value? And sometimes when you can look at it that way, it can make decisions and taking action much easier. Because the Chariot's like, I want to know where we're going. I don't want to just react to things. I want to have a plan because I have a bigger vision for my life and, where I want to end up, what do I want to accomplish, all those things. And so the Chariot doesn't just react to things like a pinball being bounced around. It's like, I want to go there, and I have to know where there is to put those directions into my GPS to get the plan, the mapped out directions. So the Chariot is very intentional, it's very action oriented, and it's very much coming from you, the direction you want things to go. When the Three of Wands come, it's like she's waiting for the next wave to come in this deck, but it's really, it can be looking to move far. There's water over here too, isn't there? Maybe. Interesting. This is Cancer, so this could be Cancer time, which is end of June into July. And the Ace of Swords, it's making the plan, but it's something about this card is very peaceful to me because there's a little bit getting a download, getting some sort of inspiration or message somehow, where you just sort of, it just helps you again to just think, okay, I know. You think about what lifestyle do I want? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be near? And it can help to really narrow down the choices to be able to know where you want to go, right, with the Chariot card and put those coordinates in to take action. All right, Sag. Oh yeah, let's see what's going on with Sag. Hey, fellow Saggies. Sag. Sagittarius, what time is it here? 15:05. All right, hey Sag, so let's pull some cards for the week of May 17th. I did not look at astrology, so I don't know what's going on. I know this week we must go from Taurus to Gemini near the end of the week, probably. So shifting from Earth to our polar opposite sign, Gemini. One more for Sag. Okay. Sorry. Well, 5 of Cups, fantastic. Mourning, letting go, a disappointment, having something that you put a lot of emotional energy into not working out. This is the card where a relationship breaks up. Very, very, in very mundane terms. But really the meaning behind this card is how much weight we're giving to certain things in our lives and why are we giving that much weight to it. So, I mean, if you had a marriage that broke up, of course that's, a big deal and will take a lot of time to process and heal. But we want to make sure that we're not putting so much stock in external things that if a relationship doesn't work out or a job situation doesn't work out or a relationship in general or something we're emotionally attached to doesn't work out, that it somehow doesn't strip away all of our self-worth and value, or are we putting too much stock in a relationship working out on how that reflects on us as a person? I mean, yes, it's good to process things and say, well, I could have done that better. But there's still these 3 cups here, right? There's still more going. So we're just sort of over focusing on something. We're giving something a little bit too much weight than it deserves. This is a week to say, hey, I need to focus. There's still 3 cups out there, and it's reminding me of the Magician card in this deck. So strength, look she has her heart out. So maybe we've been blocked, not been putting ourselves out there, healing, mourning the loss of a relationship. But this says it's time to put yourself out there. It's time to be vulnerable. The strength card isn't about how much you can bench press. It's about doing hard things. I'm hearing Glennon Doyle, we can do hard things. I'm scared to get my heart broken again, but it's time to get out there. It's time to, and then I didn't even pay attention to what this Page of Wands, yeah. It's a little getting their mojo back. We're passionate, we're excited, we're inspired, we're ready to get out there. Our mojo's back. So we go from here to, yeah, I'm back, baby. I got energy, I'm getting out there. I'm motivated, I'm action-oriented. Yeah, I guess what I'm hearing that I want to say to Sag, the message I'm hearing is it's time. It's time to move on from something. It's time to move forward, to put yourself out there in some way that makes you feel vulnerable and maybe why it's been holding you back. You may express to someone or ask someone out or vice versa. And you have to take it as a new opportunity and not tie it back to a situation that was disappointing. And I don't think we are. It's like we have to get there where it's like, okay, it's time to put myself out there, get that straight in our head. And then, she's looking this way. She's not looking back there. It's kind of like looking down, facing things head on, and moving forward. Nice. That's very Sagittarian. I love it. Nice. Okay, so Capricorn. Hey, Capricorn. Really, really connected with Capricorn over the last year. And I really like the energy, and I feel more connected with Capricorns. I have one of my friends, I'm actually longtime friend. She's almost more like family. She's older than I am. She's a Capricorn. I'm seeing her today, actually. 2 of my nephews are Capricorns. It's a nice energy. Okay, what do we have for time here? 2045 for Capricorn. So let's see what these cards are that came out for you for the week of May 17th. King of Pentacles. There you are, front and center. This is mature earth energy. Oh my God. Okay, so I love it. I see you guys. I see there being some sort of discord. Okay, it could be your kids, it could be work, it could be whatever. There's competition, there's maybe some infighting, there's a power struggle going on. And look at you, you're just like you're just removing yourself from it. You just have that level of maturity and perspective and groundedness that you don't feel the need to get in the middle of everything. And you're just going to allow, you're like, there's no reason for me to insert myself into this situation. I'm going to stay above it. I'm going to stay on the periphery. I'm going to look at it. Sometimes you can look at things from almost a clinical or an observational perspective and just be like, wow, look at how that person's behaving. Look at what triggered them. Look at what triggered me. And just sort of gather your information and data and observe and think about it and take your time. Like the wands are just like, we got to figure this out. We got to do this. There's a lot of intense impatience. Us fire signs I'm a Sag, very impatient. And let's just get it figured out. And we can get into the drama, and you're not getting into the drama at all. You're enjoying it. You're like, wow, I don't have to get into that. I don't have to be involved. I'm okay sitting here and allowing that stuff to go on without my participation. I don't have the responsibility to deal with it. The Six of Pentacles over here is another very balanced, solid, grounded card. And we are in Taurus, a fellow earth sign, for a little bit this week before we move into Gemini. The Six of Pentacles it's okay. Look at, that's the same pentacle. So you may be helping someone out. You may have a pentacle to give, or you may have, there's some sort of there's some sort of situation where it's like you no, I don't want to say it that way. Maybe something's coming back around, and maybe someone you helped, so you may get a message. And it could be something maybe that seemed insignificant or you forgot about or whatever. It doesn't have to be you lent someone a whole bunch of money. But somehow it may circle back, this karma almost, where you hear, hey, this thing you said, or, this advice you gave, or this, maybe you did give a little bit of money or something, or this thing you did, it made a difference. So I just feel like you're going to get a thank you. There's some sort of something coming full circle or balancing out or a give and take. And it's going to feel really nice. And that's the wonderful thing about earth signs is you play the long game. You don't need that, let's figure this out right this second, this fire energy that's just like, wow, so intense. You're able to chill and And when things do work out, they're just sweeter because it's like a fine wine, that needs to whatever, I don't know what the word is. What do you call it? Age. Um, it's so much better than if you were to just open the cork prematurely. It just wouldn't be as good, wouldn't be as sweet. It's extra sweet. It's extra satisfying. Aquarius. Hey there, Aquarius. How's it going? You're doing your reading for May 27th. Let's see what time it is. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius for the week of May 17th. What the hell am I saying? Wow, 10 of Cups. I'll take it. The Empress. Wow. Pregnancy. Happily ever after. Expanding your family. 6 of Swords. You got 2 other ones that fell out that I'm actually going to take. No, 3. Oh, 3 is a lot. It's only 1 more. Let's see what these. 9 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. 10. Wow. And the World. Wow. Okay. Well, there's definitely, with the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and the Empress, and the 6 of Swords, actually, getting together with family, a family reunion, some sort of celebration. People are getting vaccinated and able to get out and make plans and see loved ones. And you may have hear of a pregnancy in the family, someone adding to their family, expanding their family, joining together like a wedding and becoming a family. Someone could be moved. So the 6 of Swords is travel. It's moving. So you're going to hear of some sort of culmination. So when we look at the world is like when you look back at your life, you can categorize your life in different phases, that's when I was living there, that's when I was hanging out with this group of friends, so that's when I was dating this person, that's when I was in school. You know what I mean? So there's going to be something that you're going to hear the wrapping up of. And of course we are in graduation season, right? So it's like it's like some phase of life is wrapping up and a new one, of course, begins. It's a circle, it's a cycle. We do have this 9 of Swords over here. There may have been some sort of stress and worry, insomnia, trying to plan or figure something out. I see it more of not of being like, oh, something bad's happening, but trying to juggle a lot of things and figure out a lot of details. I mean, if you're planning a wedding or planning something, or maybe you're moving and you're pregnant, or your partner, you guys are pregnant, whatever that looks like for you. So, it's just like you may have to find a new job, find a new place to live. I mean, there's a lot going on when you move, right? And that could be just causing you to have some insomnia and just be like, oh, I'm so stressed. But all these other cards are amazingly beautiful, and you're moving from rough water to smooth waters. This is a very positive card. The 6 of Swords, even though 6 comes before 9, it's really a way past the anxiety and stress that come with the 8 and 9 of Swords. So this may be a little bit of a bigger week for you than some of the other signs. There's sort of some culmination. We have 2 10s and the World, which is also at the end. So some culminations of things, but some new beginnings are merging as well. Nice. All right, Pisces. I love how beautiful these cards are. Pisces, Pisces. I don't know why I'm singing because I can't sing. I apologize. I'm kind of humming. So those two are coming out for Pisces. Let's get at least one more. Take a deep breath, Pisces. It's okay. It's okay, yeah, like calming yourself. It's just like you need a slight reset. It's like, you know, sometimes you're in the middle of the day and all of a sudden things get a little hectic and you're like, you just stop yourself and like, hey, just take a couple of breaths and it's okay. So you may just need to do some mindfulness this week. It doesn't mean anything bad's happening, but just a lot going on potentially. That's too many. That's too many. Just going to try to get another card here for you. Yeah, maybe you're trying to force something and it's just not something you can force. Like a Seven of Pentacles energy. Some things are just a process. Oh, are you... You know, of course, because I wasn't shuffling right on camera, I didn't... Yeah, like a Seven of Pentacles energy. Because the Seven of Pentacles... Wow. Seven of Pentacles is... It's interesting. We have this just came up for Capricorn. We have Aquarius. They came up for another sign too. I don't remember. The Empress. So it's interesting because that's one of the examples I give for the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is an interesting card because, like a pregnancy, there's a certain amount of time it takes a baby. You know, gestation takes a certain amount of time, and you can't yell at a pregnant belly and say, grow faster. It's just futile. Same with planting a seed. It takes a certain amount of time to grow, to get to harvest, and yelling and getting upset and getting frustrated that something that can't happen faster isn't happening doesn't make sense, right? And that's really obvious with the examples I just gave, but in things like a relationship, when, like, what is the right amount of time before wanting to move in together, get married if that's your thing, have children? You know what I'm saying? Like, or okay, this relationship, I'm not loving it right now. Is this a phase? How long, how long do I give it? Maybe it's just a rough patch. Things like that, or how long do I give this job? Am I going to really ever go anywhere in this career? So trying to figure out that type of timing is a little trickier. Now, with this Knight of Swords, it's saying it's time to fucking move on. I mean, this is fruitful, but there's some sort of, or someone might be panicking a little bit. Maybe there was a pregnancy that wasn't planned, and someone's kind of, I hate to say this is horrible. But this is in your brain. Remember, the swords is thoughts. Someone is like, what do I do? What do I do? And think, it's like, do I stay or do I go? I'm not saying this is about a pregnancy. There could be a pregnancy, and it's an easy metaphor. There definitely could be a pregnancy, but this could be, do I stay in this job? Do I stay in this relationship? I mean, it's going to be, do I stay where I'm living or do I move? That sort of thing, where it's more the timing of that is something you have to do a little soul searching and look within to figure out. It's interesting. I just noticed this for another sign. This has come out, I think, 3 times. There's water and there's fish here. There's a Pisces energy, even though the Empress is, I think of more as an earth sign. So definitely I can see thinking of moving. in this card. But I'm gonna go back to it. I do see someone wanting to run away, someone not wanting to deal with something, someone wanting to, yeah, it's like not deal with it by just disappearing. Like that's their way of dealing with something. But the Empress is she's patient. The energy is it's Mother Earth, it's organic. It doesn't direct it like the Empress is going to give this person time, but it's like how much time do you give someone, right? That's the what's being weighed here. She's like, I'm doing my thing. I don't need to focus on this. I'm I'm going about my life. I can't force someone to do something. They either, they're going to make a decision, and at that time I'll know, and I can't make that change. I can't make that any faster or whatever. So I'm just going to go on doing my thing. So I guess I would say a message that's coming through is not to wait around for someone else. Not to put your life on hold for someone else, and to just keep moving forward. And if they do come back, say it's a relationship, and you're still available or even still interested, because it's interesting. like why was I waiting? Once you get some distance and you're not focusing on that person, you're like, yeah, I'm kind of okay without waiting around for the person who's like ghosting me and then there and then ghosting me and then there and talking about putting down roots and then ghosting me or whatever. Um, yeah, I see you, because she's not even looking. She's like, I'm gonna keep moving on with my life. I'm grounded. I'm Mother Earth. I'm solid. I'm not going to let this other person's sort of energy, ups and downs, indecision, doesn't need to affect my life. This is harboring back to sort of a message Capricorn was getting, if a Capricorn is significant in your life. Okay, that's your reading, Pisces. Take care. Have a great week.